On the news, President Tinubu to address Nigerians as NAS holds joint session on Democracy Day. APC willing to welcome Wike, President Tinubu declares. Rivers State Sole Administrator Ibas defends 1.48 trillion naira Rivers 2025 budget, accuses officials of concealing 2024 spending records. It's a pleasure to have you join us now on TV360 Nigeria. I am Victoria Akonde. We begin with the breaking story of a tanker laden with a petroleum product that has fallen and exploded on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. The Ogun State Sector Command of the Federal Road Safety Corps confirmed this to journalists on Wednesday. The FRSC said that the incident occurred at the NASFAT U-turn axis of the highway. The education officer of the Sector Command, Florence Okpe, said that a rescue team from the FRSC and the fire service were on ground but could not confirm any casualties. The explosion also affected some vehicles close to the falling tanker. President Bola Tinubu is expected to address the nation at 7 a.m. on Thursday as part of activities marking the 2025 Democracy Day celebration. The Inter-Ministerial Committee on Democracy Day said the president will also attend a joint session of the National Assembly at noon. In a statement issued by Abdul Hakim Adeoye on behalf of the committee, it was noted that there will be no parade this year. And a public lecture is also scheduled for 4 p.m. at the State House Conference Center in Abuja. Now, President Bola Tinubu has said the ruling All Progressives Congress APC is very receptive to accepting FCT Minister Nyesom Wike into the party should he decide to defect from the People's Democratic Party PDP and be part of the progressive family. Tinubu said this on Wednesday when he inaugurated the Atera Road 16 naira way from the Ring Road on Nnamdi Azikiwe Way to Atera Road, Wole Soyinka Road, and some other roads in Kantampe district. The president said the idea would be welcomed even though Nyesom Wike had not yet declared his membership of the party.
Well, Barrister Nyesom Wike you dressed today like a workman. Yesterday I thought you were going for a wedding. I'll say well done. This project represents more than a stretch of asphalt. It affirms our commitment to urban transformation under our Renew Hope agenda. Since assuming office in May 23, this administration has been guided by a philosophy anchored on reform and regeneration. Today, we've seen tangible proof of that philosophy in action. What was once missing as a link is now a modern, functional, and durable infrastructure. The artery, fully realized through the leadership of the FCT administration under the Honorable Minister Barrister Nyesom Wike. Nyesom Wike is not a member of my party, not yet. But the day he changes his mind and registered with Progressive, we will welcome him. Because we will enjoy him in singing. As he dey pain us, he dey sweet us.
As he dey pain them, he dey sweet us. As he dey sweet us, he go dey pain them.
Earlier on, the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, announced the renaming of the Abuja International Conference Center as the Bola Ahmed Tinubu International Conference Center. President Tinubu reopened the renovated facility and directed all ministries, departments and agencies to pay for its use to ensure proper upkeep and long-term sustainability. He commended Wike for completing the renovation within 1 year of the center's closure, describing him as a transformational leader with foresight and determination. Under the renewed Hope agenda, Tinubu also reaffirmed his administration's commitment to revitalizing key infrastructure across various sectors.
I'm greatly honored and happy to be here to reopen this International Conference Center as part of our determined effort to change the way we do things, to reflect us as people of quality, people of character, people of determination, people of great spirit. That's what we are. And I'm glad, in some week, you are reflecting that. Don't pay attention to the busybody and the bystanders. Whatever they say, continue with your good work. You are a transformational leader. You have the foresight, the vision, and determination to succeed. Thank you very, very much. When I attended the conference of ECOWAS Parliament here, it was a very dirty, disorganized, inhabitable environment. Whatever might be wrong today is a sign of a good thing that we are correcting and we are reflecting, renewing our hope and believing in ourselves, in what we can do, what Nigeria can be, the great nation on earth.
Now joining us to discuss President Tinubu's open invite to FCT Minister Nyesom Wike to join the APC is political affairs analyst Jide Ojo. Thank you very much for your time, sir. Now, what's your reaction to this open invite? Do you foresee this defection happening?
In politics, nothing is impossible. I've seen people make pronouncement and swore and did all manner of abracadabra, but they ended up doing what they swore against. Even Nyesom Wike said he would never serve under APC. He was very emphatic. I recall that when he was mentioned as a nominee, people dug into the archives and I brought out the videos and the footages where he has called APC names that he will never have anything to do with APC. But today is 2 years gone under an APC government. And I'm sure that the PDP, which is his current party, will be happy to let him go because of his open anti-party activities in the last few years. So it will be a good riddance for them in PDP if he leaves. But what the president is just saying, if we put it in context, is should he change his mind and want to join the APC, he will be welcome. And already there are speculations that even his godson, Sim Fubara, may defect to APC after his reinstatement sometime later this year. And don't forget also that his loyalists who are in the State House of Assembly openly defected, 27 of them defected to APC, only that they didn't consummate it by going to register their various wards to perfect their defection.
All right, thank you very much for that, Sanjo. Now, what effect would this have on PDP, should we get effects, given the series of mass defection that's happened recently?
Of course, like I said, as the street us, it depends them. If he leaves, PDP will be happy that a thorn in their flesh has left. And I'm sure that Wike will not live all by himself. All his hangers on, all his cronies will leave PDP with himself. But I think he's biding his time. He's looking and watching what will pay him most ahead of 2027. He has openly said he will work for the president, and that means he will work against his own current political party, which is PDP. And for somebody to have glaringly flaunted anti-party, that I will work again. He did that ahead of 2023, don't forget. He led the G5, 5 governors that boycott working for Atiku Abubakar in the lead up to 2023 election. And he has pledged again that he's going to work for President Bola Tinubu, even when it belongs to the opposition party. So if he leaves PDP today, the PDP people will be very happy to have him go. But it will become a thorn in the flesh of APC, because is Wike or not? Wike has this tendency of notice me, and is somebody that doesn't suffer fools gladly, and he want to jump into leadership position in APC. So it will be his time, and look at what the prospects hold for him. If it's about Rivers State, even if he joins APC today, he will automatically become the leader of APC, even with Sim Fubara as the governor, whether a PDP governor or APC governor. He will be the leader because of the influence that he currently wields. But at the national level, will he be able to wield that kind of influence he will wield in the state? And if President Bola Tinubu wants to clip Nyesom Wike's wing today, it's just for him to remove him from his cabinet.
Right,
if he's removed from the cabinet, he will become so powerless that you'll be looking for where Wike is, because the kind of influence, the kind of resources that he currently flaunts. Don't forget the FCT budget alone, 2025 is 1.7 trillion.
Sir.
So superintending over that kind of budget means he can a lot of people will be hanging around him to curry favor.
This is the least we can take.
So by and large, it would be a great relief for PDP, but it may end up being a thorn in the flesh of APC.
To share your insights. This is the least we can take. Our time is fast, Spencer. Thank you very much for sharing your insights with what has events unfold. Thank you very much, Political Affairs Analyst Jide Ojo. Thank you. In other stories now, the sole administrator of Rivers State, Vice Admiral Ibok Ete Ibas, has presented a 1.8 trillion naira budget proposal for the 2025 fiscal year to the House of Representatives ad hoc committee on Rivers State oversight. The proposal is aimed at tackling infrastructure decay, expanding social services, and stabilizing the state under the ongoing state of emergency declared in March. The chairman of the committee, Honorable Julius Nyobere, welcomed the proposal, but stressed that legislative oversight will be strict to ensure alignment with federal directives. Ibas thanked the committee for its support, but noted that lack of cooperation from suspended state officials made budget planning more difficult.
The budget framework integrates expenditure information made available before the submission of the budget proposal to ratify the first quarter expenditures within a lawful and transparent structure. This ensures alignment with statutory appropriation protocols while safeguarding the integrity of public finance management. Additionally, In anticipation of the eventual return to constitutional order, the draft budget prudently retains provisions for the offices and functions of suspended political actors, some of whom have already drawn unallocated resources in the first quarter and are expected to resume their duties at the expiration of the emergency period. The budget commits over 117 billion to pensions, gratuities, and employee benefits, marking a decisive shift towards restoring dignity and welfare in the civil service. This includes a 50 billion naira provision to begin to address the long-standing issues around pensions and gratuity arrears owed to retirees in Rivers State. Notably, the implementation of the Employee Compensation Act and a new group life insurance scheme reflects global best practices in labor protection. This measure supports inclusive economic growth and God willing, every River citizen with a great idea, carefully thought out and well-planned, will find the funding they require to turn their dreams into successful ventures, irrespective of tribe, ethnic, or political divide. Across all provisions, the budget reinforces Mr. President's directive to deliver on River State development priorities, sustain critical government functions, and ensure the continuity of programs that directly impact the lives and livelihoods of the people of Rivers.
In other stories, former Abia State Governor and Senator representing Abia North, Orji Uzor Kalu, has spoken on the continued detention of IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu, describing the matter as a personal due to his long-standing relationship with Kanu's family. While addressing journalists, Kalu expressed confidence in the Nigerian judiciary and voiced hope that justice would prevail through due process. He also reaffirmed his support for President Bola Tinubu, stating that the president understands the nation's challenges and that positive change would come in due time.
I came to see Nnamdi Kanu's mother and father, and all of you were aware. I spoke to them, and I spoke to President Muhammad Buhari. He's alive. And he directed he should be given the court that his lawyers should not oppose bail. And I went to see Nnamdi. And I saw him, spoke to him immediately, spoke to his brothers, fine boy, all of them. And the unfortunate things happened. And it was not my problem that he started doing what he's not supposed to. I warned him. I said, once you get this bail, don't carry arms. Don't sew uniform. Don't do all these things. You are second in command, can do anything, carry your flag and shout. And that is the truth. I'm saying it publicly, so it can be on record. So the court gave him bail, and the unfortunate thing happened. When he came back from Kenya, I was the first person that saw him in DSS. True of us, you will have the record, and it's true. And his lawyer said, why should I go there? I'm going to tell him to surrender their mandate. I mean, the country is not built that way. The nationality of a country should be respected. I still believe that President Tinubu will surprise people. I have discussed this matter with him, and I'm sure that he's also waiting to see. We must give the judiciary opportunity to say who is right and wrong. Our judiciary are courageous enough to tell us who is right and wrong.
It's time for a short break, but still to come on News Now. Iran threatens to target the United States of America's bases if conflict breaks out. Stay with us for details. Welcome back. Now let's take you through our major stories. President Bola Tinubu is expected to address the nation at 7 a.m. on Thursday as part of activities marking the 2025 Democracy Day celebration. The Interministerial Committee on Democracy Day said the president will also attend a joint session at the National Assembly at noon. We also told you that the sole administrator of Rivers State, retired Vice Admiral Ibok Ete-Ibas, has presented a 1.4 trillion naira budget proposal for the 2025 fiscal year to the House of Representatives Ad Hoc Committee on Rivers State Oversight. The proposal is aimed at tackling infrastructure decay, expanding social services, and stabilizing the state under the ongoing state of emergency declared in March. Now, in case you missed any of our news bulletins or for more updates, you can catch us on Limex World TV and AVO TV or log on to our website on www.tv360nigeria.com. You can also follow us on our social media platforms on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at TV360 Nigeria, or download our mobile app on Google Play Store, Huawei App Gallery, and Apple Store. On Facebook, we are at TV360 Online.
In the last 3 years, we have built a multi-purpose center, which is the envy of all in our constituency. And I can tell you that the people who are living there are already enjoying it.
Guy, do you think what this man just said is true? See, I seriously doubt. I'm sure it's one of those their silly lies.
Wait, do you know there's a way to find out if these things he's saying is true or not? This is the Construct app. It gives people like us a sure way to track implementation of constituency projects. It gives valid and verified information on location of projects, amounts allocated, amount funded, the level of job done, and even the profiles of concerned legislators. You and I can post directly on this app.
Are you serious?
This is the GoTour app if you want to know how our Commonwealth is being expanded by the government.
Wow. Let's even see if what this man said is true. Show me.
The Construct app is developed by Other Paper Nigeria with support from USAID and is available on both Google Play and Apple Store.
And it's true.
Of course, I told you.
It's now time for business news, and Joy Uchejim has the latest. Over to you, Joy.
Thank you, Victoria, and welcome to Business News. Now, the duration of the capital vote component in the Nigerian government's 2024 budget is likely to be extended. Senate Leader Koyemi Bamidele, who revealed this, mentioned that the extension is necessary to ensure the full implementation of capital projects. Back in December 2024, the National Assembly extended the implementation of the 2024 budget by 6 months. However, with that deadline approaching, lawmakers are considering an additional extension to allow ministries, departments, and agencies adequate time to complete ongoing projects. We'll now take a short break and return with stock market reports. Welcome back. It's the third trading day of the week, and the bullish sentiment prevailed on the Nigerian equities market as it closed in the green, positive territory, as posing a 0.56% gain. Now, the market capitalization now stands tall at 72.31 trillion naira. A total of 127 listed equities exchanged hands on the NGX, with 31 stocks closing in the green, outpacing 28 decliners. Now, Better Glass Company emerged as the top performer of the day, surging by 10% to close at 231 naira 10 kobo per share, followed closely by Associated Bus Company. Now, today's session saw robust activity activity with 471 million shares traded across 20,538 deals, amounting to a market value exceeding 14 billion naira. Now, on the international front, Wall Street major indexes ticked upward on Wednesday. A cooler than expected U.S. inflation report helped ease fears of tariff-induced price hikes, boosting investor confidence. And as a result, all our tracked global indices closed in positive territory as markets await further signals from U.S.-China trade negotiations. And in the currency markets, the U.S. dollar is trading at 1,565 naira, while the British pound sits at 2,015 naira, and the euro trades at 1,017 naira on the black market. That's all business and stock market updates.